Alright guys, this is going to be our maiden voyage before we take it to the track. We're just going to drive it today, do a burnout, make sure everything works good, and that's it. We just had it running, and it's pretty damn good. But JJ is going to let her eat. I trust him better than I trust myself. Turning it around. At this point, this project's a complete fucking win. I don't care if we even race it. Probably getting used to the shifter as well. This is a standard forward pattern shifter. We're both used to reverse manuals at this point. I see him doing something over there. I think he was fixing to really get on it.
honestly, I mean, yeah.
All right, guys, so I know I said I was going to do some work throughout the week to get the seats better in this, but while talking with JJ, we said, you know what, let's just get it done and over with. It's still early in the day, no reason to kill time and waste time by waiting. So I bought the brackets from Canolo's Speed shop here in Michigan City, Indiana, and they had the seat brackets in stock, but not all seat brackets are created equal, right? So this is, we're shy about a ½ inch. We're going to have to grind the studs down, or off, pretty much cut them off, and then weld an extension, drill it, and then bolt it through. The studs on the front worked out good, but on the rear, they're just shy because they had the seat bolted directly to the floor, and apparently the lengths are different between the brackets and the bottom of the seat. You think it would be a standard size and be the same, but it's not. These are slightly shorter on the back, and it's like JJ said, shit in life never goes as planned, to quote him. And this is one of those moments where, you know what, I'm kind of glad that I bought the brackets, because if this would have came up and we decided to install it at the track, it would have been a shit show. And for me to reach that pedal, I really need those extra 6 inches. My wife, I think, said the same thing at one point in our lives, but I'm not neither here nor there. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. We're kind of getting the car ready. We are adding a mechanical oil pressure gauge as well. You see our copper line is coming in, and we got it sitting down there. We're gonna go full roadkill and just zip tie it to the bar because we're the oil sending unit we think is a little lazy, and we want a mechanical one that we know works. So it's echoey in here. So I'm kind of like talking into the car. So yeah, we're gonna do that and get this, and then pretty much that's all we have left, right?
Yeah.
So, yep.
Go over everything, you know, check drive shaft loop, or no, not loop, the bolts and stupid stuff like that. We put it together, went out and beat on it, make sure everything's tight, check motor mounts. Just do your general check over. We'll probably actually just run it over and put it on the lift, make our lives easier. We may do it here, I don't know at this point in time. But just general go over anything. We don't have any leaks. It didn't get hot. It ripped really good, which I know he's going to, you know, there's some videos out there. And get it ready and get it out next Saturday and get some real world numbers for it.
So there you go, guys. Not much, really. We romped on it today, and we felt that the car is good. But now we're doing the last details before the track.
That comes up after you think about it.
So a lot of
my kids that can't reach the pedals.
Yeah, me. I have little man problems over here. Those 6 inches matter. Remember that. All right. Bye.
Go ahead.
Doing the fabrication of the seat brackets that we just bought to avoid doing this, we had to do it anyway. Unavoidable.
Unavoidable.
Different lengths. You think that the length in the seat bolts would be the same as the tracks. No, they're about a ½ inch shy.
Nope. But glad we did it today and not at the track. What we have here is Ulysses doing seat bracket fabrication.
Guys, JJ's doing an awesome job of reminding me I should show you guys the finished product with our seats. So we're getting ready to probably roll this thing back out. But so the seat bracket, I ended up grabbing some flat stock and welding it to the original edges. I cut off the studs and then I drilled it and it's bolted in. We only really needed like 3/8 of an inch, but I went ahead and we put a bigger piece in there. And that way my stubby little legs can reach the front, which really it's not much. I needed like 4 inches. Just I like to have a little crouch when I'm racing. That way I know that I can get full extension out of my foot on the pedal. And this pedal, I believe, is mounted up versus like a conventional pedal that is mounted to the floor with a bar. So you actually have to push like almost straight forward and up, which kind of is weird. I'm not used to that. But, and you guys can, I'll show you guys the pedal setup we were kind of talking about that. It's slightly different. There's a big swing there between the gas pedal and the brake pedal. Definitely a 2-foot car. So, you guys get to see the seat. Oh yeah, the gauges. We promised zip ties, and zip ties have been delivered. That's what's holding our gauge in. So, just needed a mechanical gauge for the oil pressure because the sender on the electrical one was a little lazy, and we're like, let's put a mechanical one in there. So, furthermore, I would bore you guys, so I'll let you go. All right, I'm gonna let JJ walk you guys through it. We got the car up on the lift, and we checked the control arm points to make sure nothing was loose, leaks and stuff. I'll let him take over.
All right, yeah, he'll let me take over. We wanted to check it out on the lift, and I have it, so we're going to use it. Look for leaks, nowhere. Wanted to kind of go over all of our work, check the motor mount bolts, check all the A-arms and stuff, check cotter pins like I said in my last video. Just make sure they're there. They should never leave, but somehow they do. Look around at everything. He checked all the stuff up front. I checked the stuff in the rear. We did converter bolts. We looked at the pan. We've looked at the oil filter. We changed the oil today. No transmission leaks. You know, kind of went over everything. Transmission mount. Cross members still in there good and tight. You know,
German specs.
Yeah.
German specs, good and tight.
Specs, good and tight. Check the drive shaft. U-bolts back here. Looked at all of the the ladder bar bolts. Make sure they're all well within the lock nuts and everything's good there. Your pan hard bar, just kind of in general, look at everything. Don't look for leaks. Look for no leaks. So look that nothing is leaking. You know, our Hillbilly fuel system that's going to work for the track.
It's actually that's pretty damn good. The fuel system is better than I think JJ talks it down to be. It really. Besides the bracketry, really, this is actually fully functional and it's in place. It's solid. You know, it's got hard lines throughout and, you know, braided where we need it. Really, I give the fuel system a solid B+. If I was to grade it, but who the hell am I?
But it really, you know, just going over everything because, like I said, we're going to try to get out to the track here real soon and get some shakedown runs on it and get some real world numbers for this thing. But wanted to shoot the video real quick and say, hey, we did this. We went over it, kind of give you guys a look underneath Enron here. Got some header extensions coming. Try out for the track. And I think that's about it. So, talk to you guys later. All right, guys. Me and Copper here. We got to make a quick thank you video to everybody who's helped. And I'm sure we're forgetting somebody. And yes, Josh, you have helped. A lot, actually.
I'm helping.
But, anyways, we wrote down quite a few people we could think of.
This is not like an airport pickup list, I promise. You guys didn't win trips to the Bahamas.
But we start off with Dave Worthington. His car, or was his car, it's my car now. You know, but he's helped us out.
Our car.
Our car, yeah. He has helped us out with many things, the shifter, oil pump pickup, all kinds of stuff he's helped us out with, loaning us the distributor. I mean, I'm sure I'm forgetting a bunch of stuff he's given us, but speaking of Mr. Worthington, his ears must be burning. But I will thank him a lot because he's helped out a lot. Canolas has given us a lot of stuff. Can you pause that? All right. Canolas helped us out with parts, having what we needed. They always help me out. They're a big part of what I do. Their sticker on the back wall right there. We're getting some bigger ones here for the shop. Got to get Ulysses one for his wall, but we're going to work on that. But they helped us out a lot. They're great. Like even today, we needed the seat brackets. Went down, had them in stock, picked them up, installed them, which worked out great. I'll let you do the next one.
So, Michael Kersey, I bought the remains of his blown up small block 350Os, which sucks because he went to Chevy Power, but big thank you to him for cutting me deals on the rocker arms and all the spare parts that he gave us. That was a huge help. Tidying up loose ends, you know, I got the, valve covers from him as well, and so that was huge help to keep costs down for the project. Which we lovingly call ENRON64 because of all the insider trading. and I will let JJ take Dr. Dan's.
Dr. Dan's been helping us out with some odds and ends, some tech support. He's got collector extensions on the way to us right now as we speak. And, you know, he's a good guy. He's helped us out. And, you know, he knows a lot. And, like I said, he's always willing to help. And this whole project wouldn't have happened without the help of a lot of people. And then,
Tim McDaniel, Bomber Transmissions. He did the Turbo 400 in this thing. Phenomenal job on it. Worked exactly as he said it was going to work. He helped us out. He had a bunch of spare parts lying around from an old drag racing transmission that he used to run. And he really helped me keep the cost down on the transmission. And he knocked it out in fast time, just a short notice. But it was awesome of him to help us. Big thank you to him. And
the next three are basically...
Next three are this man's clan.
Dan West, big help. He helped us put the motor in. He come over, was helping us get everything sorted out, set it in. Coil on the carb, he loaned us. The carb that I was using to run the car, he had loaned us. Good friend of mine. We race together all the time. So, you know, it's not just the Olds community, it's the drag racing community in general. Everybody helps everybody else, or at least, you know, normally do. So he big helped us out on a lot of the stuff with that. And the next one, Dan Archer, another good friend of mine who was here for the live feed. If you guys had the misfortune of watching that on my Facebook page. Memorable. But he's always around, helps out with whatever. That day he was our chauffeur when we went to the parts store to get spark plugs and stuff, just in general. Our comedy relief filling in when we were having a bad day. You know, just everything in general. So, then we got Colin. I'm not even going to try to butcher his last name. He helped us out, gave us an alternator. He had sitting around. You know, we needed an alternator. I put it out on the Book of Face. And a bunch of people, you know.
I like that one. I've not heard of that one in a while. Sorry, I'm just going to interrupt.
Yeah, that's fine. But he said he had one we could have from an old plow truck, and it turned out it was brand new and works great. 14 volts while you're doing a burnout. Not that I would know or anything, but yeah. And
so I got to thank my boss for letting us use the shop. Big shout out to Rich for letting us use the shop to do the initial fire up of the engine on the run stand. Needed it at the shop. Dogs are out there wandering. There's people. So, yeah, big thank you to my boss for letting us use the shop to fire up the engine. You know, use the forklift to load it up, make life easy. He did not have to back in my driveway and, you know, cause accidents on Route 31.
Yep.
So, on that note, I think sign off, right?
Yeah, sign off.
Share, like, subscribe. Follow on Instagram, Copper Cutlass, YouTube. If you don't subscribe and you're watching this, dude, bad things are going to happen. You're going to have nightmares of our live feed in your sleep.
Yeah,
all right?
that is a nightmare.
That is a nightmare. You will be haunted.
Yes, I still am, daily.
So, see you guys.